Shalom, everyone. Welcome back. Hope everyone had a nice July the 4th weekend. This week's Torah portion is the portion of Matos. It's actually a double portion, Matos Masai. The word Matos means staff or sticks, and it refers to the tribes of Israel, who are very often called by the term Matos. The tribes of Israel are called by the term of sticks or staff. Other places we find that tribes of Israel are called by the word Shavet or Shvatim. And Shvatim and Matos both mean the same thing. They both mean a stick or a staff, like a branch of a tree. They're all part of basically the same tree. So what is the difference between a Matra and a Shavet? A Shavet means a soft, bending branch that was recently taken from the tree, or perhaps it's even attached to the tree itself. And we know that a branch that has recently been cut from a tree is very pliable and very soft and wet, and it can be moved around in different directions without breaking. The matzah, on the other hand, is something which is tough and dry and unbending, and that's why wood is made from dry wood, dry branches. So, what is the idea of a matzah? What is the difference between a shevet and a matzah in this regard? So, they represent spiritually two different levels of the Jewish soul. The Shavet represents the part of which is part of God, which was from before it came into the physical world, and it was essentially very, very close to God and united with God. The Mata, on the other hand, represents the soul when it comes down into the physical body, and it is harder and less brittle, and for a little bit further away from God, actually. And this represents two different stages in Jewish history. The Shavet represents the time when the Jewish people had a temple or a Mishkan, and we were very, very close to God during that time. While the Matos represents the Jewish people as they are now, away from the temple and far away from the source of Judaism as it was in olden days. We just observed the fourth day of July. And the Lubavitcher Rebbe came to America in 1942. He came after his father-in-law, who came in 1940. And the Rebbe came fleeing persecution in Russia. And he first fled from the communists, and then he fled from the Nazis, ending up leaving from Marseille and from Portugal and coming to America, where he was able to build the Chabad movement in the remarkable way that he did today. And the Rebbe would very often speak about America. What was it about America that the Rebbe spoke about? Well, previous Jews called it a Treifa Medina, a unkosher place, a place where Jews got lost, where Judaism was lost, and there was no hope for it. The Rebbe didn't see it that way. The Rebbe saw America as a wonderful opportunity to build Judaism as never before. In fact, the spirit of rebellion, of revolution, of independence that exists in this country was something that the Rebbe admired very, very much. Especially, he admired the spirit of our youth. The youth today, and even in his day, were seen as a rebellious group, a generation gap from their elders, people who did not listen to their parents, and so on. But the Rebbe saw in our youth wonderful opportunities, wonderful values that we just need to tap into, and we just need to bring it out. And indeed, it was in America that the Baal Tshuva movement, the movement of Jews coming back to Judaism, came about. And it's the remarkable inroads in Judaism came about in America. Tremendous translations of Torah works and yeshivas and all kinds of aspects of Jewish tradition came about in this country. The spirit of America, or it's called very often the American spirit, is unlike anything else in the world. And the Rebbe recognized that. He recognized that the Americans have tremendous, tremendous potential in every respect. That's why America is the greatest country in the world, because it has that unique spirit of entrepreneurship, of breaking the mold, not doing things the way everybody else does them, and growing. The Rebbe also called America a Medina Shel Chesed, a land of kindness. And he saw the level of kindness that America displays in helping people all over the world, wherever they are, and in any way that they need it. And indeed, we're seeing it today in Miami, how people are coming to Miami to help in the efforts, and it's a remarkable thing. So the spirit of America has to be something that is nurtured. It's something that is not put down, but something really that is appreciated. Indeed, the Rebbe appreciated it very, very much, and we need to appreciate it too. The spirit that made America great makes Judaism great and makes Jews great in terms of their observance of Torah and mitzvahs. And we need to tap into that. And instead of condemning American freedom of spirit, we should appreciate it. And we should use it to build on and to make Judaism as great as never before. And indeed, perhaps this is why we are now in the era of Mashiach, just before the revelation of Mashiach. And indeed, it will happen as a result of the spirit of America. Shalom and have a wonderful day.